This is Richard Kung, President and Founder of ergoBe, and you are watching ergoBe TV. Today's tip, we're going to talk about why the kitchen table was meant for eating. Now, does your shoulder or neck ever feel sore? Particularly from working at a table or desk. Believe it or not, your chair and table combination can be the root of the problem. Why is that? Well, because the kitchen table was meant for eating, not for working. What's the difference? Well, when you're eating, you're typically focusing your mouth. That's the target area. As you pick up your spoon, you're putting your mouth, that's one activity, one task done. And then you repeat that again. So the frequency and duration of your tasks aren't very long. Now, if we contrast that with working, well, maybe you have a lot of different tasks to do, and those tasks might take a lot longer time. Add in some deadlines, and what you do is you get a lot of stress. Plus, you tend to be focused more on your hands. And so that's where your focus is, because your hands are what does the work. So we have a problem. One, you have stress that causes muscles to be tight, which pinches on your nerves and arteries. So you already have lack of blood flow and potentially pinched nerves. Two, the desk height or table height, or kitchen table height as we're talking about in this case, tends to be a little bit higher. Usually on the average around 29.5 to 30 inches. And so what happens is we tend to have ourselves hunching our shoulders. This action-reaction force puts a lot of stress, and therefore leads to why you may be having a lot of sore shoulders and sore neck. What do you do in that case? How do you figure out what the right height should be then, if it's too high? Try this quick test. First, sit down in front of your desk. 2, relax the shoulders, loosen them up. And then 3, raise them to about a 90-degree angle. Now be careful, this is, when we say 9 degrees, we're not talking about more than 9 degrees. A lot of people tend to believe that because, well, we've grown up on tables that are too high, chairs are too short. So really focus on bringing them to a 9 degrees. Now, compare the height of your elbows with the height of your table. This will tell you how high your table is. You want your elbows to be about the same height as your working surface. If it's too high, try raising your chair, or use a cushion if you need to. You may then try to adjust the table if you can. Sometimes if you have, let's say, an adjustable sit-stand workstation that's controlled electronically and has hydraulics, or you can use a hand crank table. Now, most of us don't have those types of options, and so your best option, if it is too high, may be to install a keyboard tray that brings the working surface low enough so that you don't have to hunch up your shoulders or put a lot of pressure on your forearm and or elbows. Too low, usually not as much of a problem, but it still can be. If it is too low, then you may want to try lowering your chair, also lowering the table if possible. Especially if your knees are bumping into it, then you can't get close enough, and that will cause other problems such as hunching over. So, that is it for this tip, in the sense that kitchen table was meant for eating, not for working. So you want to pay attention to the dynamics of your workstation and the issues that it may cause. So take a moment to adjust your workstation, make any changes, or send me a question about this particular tip. So, that's it for this particular tip today. I'm Richard Kung, President and Founder of ergoBe, and you are watching ergoBe TV. Now, if you like this video, please be sure to click the like button below, and we'll see you next time.